Hey everyone, and welcome. It's Monday, and you know what day that is? That is the TRJ Live show. It's Sherry from Trail Runner's Journey, TRJ Live, episode 54. Race review, Eddie's Big Run, small town vibe, big heart. We are live. We are live. Yes, Mondays. Yes, it's a TRJ Live show. So I've got a race review today. I ran Eddie's at the end of May, and it's a fantastic race to run. It really is. I love it. It is such a good race. It's fun. I've been in this race a few times, and it's one that I'll keep coming back to. I honestly will be. It's just that much fun. So yeah, let's get started. It was a wow, what a race! What a weekend for races. There was a North Sun Ultra in Edmonton. There was a Survivor Fest in Edmonton. There was also the Tahoe 200. If you're watching on live stream, we do have an Edmonton boy in there. And last I saw, he was still on course and he was still doing strong. So yeah, what a weekend for races. So hey, let's get started on Eddie's here. So first of all, Eddie's big race, where is it? It's, for those that don't know, it's in Edson, Alberta, which is west of Edmonton, and it's headed toward the Rockies. So it isn't in the Rocky Mountains yet, but it's getting in that more dense forest area. And Eddie's, well, let's start with what kind of t-shirt are you going to get? So here's a t-shirt. Isn't that pretty sweet? Yeah, you got Eddie on there. He's a squirrel. You've got the trees. Yeah, this is a t-shirt for this year. It's nice and soft. It's a beautiful t-shirt. It's nice and comfy too. And honestly, you got to check out this bib, because seriously, who does not want a bib like this? This is so much fun. I love this bib. And it's part of the reason why I keep going back is the bib on this race. It's you got Eddie the squirrel, and yes, Eddie does appear during the race, and he's there for especially the kids races. And yeah, it's he. I love this race, and like yeah, who doesn't want to have a bib like this? Man, this is character. And Eddie's, there's the 5K, the 10K, and there's also the kids races. And the kids races are quite fun to watch. I like watching the kids races because it's just like herding a bunch of cats. And you got all these kids that, explode out and they have no idea where they're going. So they have to be herded along. And yeah, it's pretty fun. Now, if you think about it, well, they used to have a half marathon. Yes, they did. They used to have the half marathon, and they haven't had the half marathon for a couple years now. This year it was the 5K and the 10K. So what are you on for this course? Well, this course is in the walking trails of Edson. It's on gravel and paved. And it's also on some residential areas, very small residential area, and a little bit of sidewalk. And it's mostly in those walking trails. And I'm going to have a picture show, by the way. I'm going to show you what it's about there. And if you're thinking, oh, well, it's a small race, type thing. Hey, man, I won my age group. I did. I won my age group. And for any smartasses out there are going, well, how many were in your age group? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I showed up. They didn't. I won my age group. Works for me. So yeah, there's also another bonus for this race. There's a pancake breakfast after the race. So I gotta say, I can't speak enough about it. It's a fun race. It's a really sweet vibe to this race, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you some pictures. There's the start line. Yep, there is the start line. You see Eddie, he's standing right there. He's ready to get going. So that's the start line. So you know that there's a starting arch. So if you look at, here's the race. Really, there's not a lot of people there. So this is for the 10K start, and there's not a lot of people, which isn't a bad thing. It really isn't. It's not a bad thing to have a small race of where you can test stuff out and you can just be yourself. And here's another big bonus as well too. Want to know where my truck is parked? Just over there. So I'm in the parking lot, same parking lot as the start finish line. I love that. I really do. So how can you not love a sign like this to follow? Eddie is out there almost every step of the way you are. So these are the markers. You can't miss them. You can't miss these markers. You really can't. And even though there was a little bit of a wind and some pin flags blew down, but hey, these were on course. You can see them really, really, really well. And so this is what the trails look like. You're heading into the walking trail. Up there's a course marker there, and they also have these guys on the pavement as well too. This is a very well marked course. There's course marshals along the way to help with traffic and to make sure you go the right direction. Very well marked, but you can't get lost in this race. You really can't. And here's a close up of that nice, here's Eddie. Yeah, go this way. So it's, I just love this squirrel. I have to, yeah, I do. I love this squirrel. And so show you a bit about the course. Now, if you're wondering, what are these things? You'll see these things along the trail, and you might have seen them elsewhere, and you're wondering what they are. These actually are a bee house. These are homes to bees. So these are spotted throughout the trails, and they actually are quite cool. Okay, Jessica's answering me. They dropped the half marathon after the pandemic, unfortunately. Yeah, that is true. That is true. They used to have the half marathon, and yeah, they don't have that one anymore. But this is a fun race for the 10K. It's amazing. And as I say, very well marked. And this is some of the other view of the walking trails. Like really, you're in wooded areas for the majority of the race, which is pretty good, which is pretty sweet. There's, it's got a real serene feeling to it. It's, and I say quite nice. Yeah, I'll say it's quite nice again as well too. Look at these course marshals. They are they're wonderful. These guys are they were fun. They really were. They were showing pictures on each other's phones and stuff like that. So I came around and I said, "Hey, got to get a selfie with the course marshals." They jumped right in. And this young lady over here, she actually took selfies of me at the finish line. So that's how I got. If you saw the picture for the show, that was her that took my picture for the show. So these kids were really, they were right into their course marshaling. They were a lot of fun. And on the way back, I took a video of them and told them they were on the video. So they really, they acted it up, which was pretty good. Now, how can you not like this sign? This is a sign. It's in the residential area where you're going to more the gravel area of the trails. How could you not like this sign? Ministry of Silly Walks. And you know what? I think a lot of us should walk silly at sometimes, like get out of being so serious. This is actually, I love this sign, and it's a nice thing to see as well too. Now, are there aid stations on course? Yes, they have water. Couple of places for aid station. Now here you have the gravel. This is what the gravel trails look like. There is a section of gravel, and there's actually a couple sections actually that you do a loop around for the 10K, because that's what I ran the 10K. You do a loop around. There is the gravel, and it's very, very nice. It's very pleasant as well too. Now you go by the airport. This was a helicopter that I zoomed in on. I saw it the day before flying. There was a forest fire in the area. It was in Piers actually, and they were using Edson as a landing base. So I did get a picture of that helicopter. So you're flying by the airport. You never know what you're going to see when you're going by that airport. Yeah, and there we go. There is the finish line. The finish line, I actually beat my time that I was wanting to get in. I was pretty happy with that finish line. There's me in the middle. Oh, and I will show you the little bit of residential area. No, I don't have it here. Sorry, guys. It's just coming into the finish line. Just a little, add me back to the stage. There we go. There's just a little bit of residential area that you go through, a little bit of sidewalk, but mostly you're on paved trails. And I gotta say it for the 40th time. It's amazing. Oh, and you want to see the medal? Here's the medal. There we go. There we go. Isn't that cute? You got Eddie on the medal as well, too. He's pretty sweet. He's a pretty sweet character. So you think about, oh, Edson, like, why do I drive? Well, Edson has some other stuff to offer as well, too. They also have a brewery, and they have Rocky Mountain Bighorn Distillery as well, too. So if you like doing a brewery tour or distillery tour, yeah, there's that there as well, too. And Edson has some other trails around that area. So it's actually a nice area. It's beautiful. It's nice area to go. So I have a question for you. Do you have another race you want me to review? So if you want to have another race you want me to to look at, to do a review, to show you guys, to showcase it, let me know. I'll be able to do that. And also, I have a newsletter. My newsletter is live. It is launched every Wednesday. It drops. So you get to have me on Monday. Then on Wednesday, you get to check your mailbox for my newsletter. Want in on the newsletter? Give me in the comments and I'll get you hooked up. I'll get you in there. And what's in my newsletter? Running, all things running, as well as some other things that you're not going to find anywhere else. So yeah, drop a me if you want in with my newsletter. And if you have another race you want me to review, yeah, let me know. I will be reviewing the 5 Peaks races coming up. There's a gold bars coming up in July, and we run for Steve. So we'll have our Hawaiian shirts on. So I'll be reviewing 5 Peaks coming up as well too. So yeah, what did you guys do this weekend? Were you watching a race? Were you in a race? Let me know. What'd you guys do this weekend? And until then, what's your next race you're going into? That's another thing. What's the next race you're going into? So, yeah, let me know. And I do have to run because I have to do a very important appointment. It is getting a pedicure. Getting a pedicure and getting renewed glitter on my toes because I got some races coming up and I got to be fast for them. My version of fast, okay? So anyhow, guys, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Get out there, get some trail, and we will see you next week.